This is the video you've been waiting for, where two old farts tell you to get off the Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. Arielle and I both have probably 3 accounts each on all of these platforms, so we're definitely not anti-social media, but we do think it's important that you understand the purpose of social media, how the algorithms work, how they want you to be on it, and some of the good things that can come about from it. Thanks again for joining us this week on Erik and Arielle. If you like this kind of content, like this video, subscribe to our channel. Let's talk about social media.
Okay, so first we're going to talk about how addictive social media can be. I think we all know that social media is a little bit addicting. However, psychologists have found around 5 to 10% of the population is actually having a social media addiction. Social media addiction is a behavioral addiction, so this can include being really concerned about checking social media all the time, having a uncontrollable need to log in and check out what's happening or what you missed, and having so much time on social media that it is impacting the things that are actually important in your life, like where you work or enjoying time with family and friends. Social media is also a huge time waster. I know I probably spend way too much on it. Erik spends way too much on it, so we definitely have cut down quite a bit. It is estimated that an adult actually spends 6 years and 8 months just on social media. If we break that down, 16-year-olds to 24-year-olds spend around 3 hours a day just on social media. 25 to 34-year-olds spend around 2 hours and 37 minutes. I'm going to link the study below that actually researched all this, and you can actually see, if you aren't in those age brackets, what the average time is that your age actually spends on social media a day. Trolling on the internet has become a huge thing. I think most of us have either seen it or have dealt with it personally. I know when I was around 15 or 16, I had a girl out of nowhere just comment on a ton of my Instagram photos and coming after my appearance, what I looked like, my hair, my dog, and don't come after my dog. I will come at you if you come after my dog. Trolls just try to make you feel crappy, but in reality, it's them who is so insecure that they have to belittle other people. And that's the danger of trolls, is they have to belittle others.
Everybody loves validation. It's a normal part of what makes us human. Unfortunately, social media is completely centered on giving and receiving validation, and this can be very addicting because it's meant to be addicting. I don't think it's necessarily an issue just to be excited when you get some likes on a post. It can be an issue when your day is either made from the likes you get or ruined because you don't get enough likes, or you don't get as many likes as somebody else. I would venture to say that there's probably a good amount of people that have a social media addiction, and they're addicted to that dopamine rush that they get from getting those likes and those comments. How can we begin to overcome this addiction, even if we have somewhat of a mild addiction? First step, I would say just stop posting so much. You don't need to be posting every second of your life. Take a week off, just 1 week, and see how you feel at the end of that week. See if you really missed it that much, or if anyone else missed you posting that much. This will hopefully give you a little bit of a reset and some perspective just on how important social media really is. I would be willing to bet that nobody's going to reach out to you during that week and say, "Hey, I see you haven't been posting. Is everything okay?" Nobody is waiting around for you to post, just wanting to know what's going on in your life, that sort of thing, except maybe your Grandma Gertrude. think all of us are probably guilty of putting a little bit too much emphasis on how much people are thinking about us or caring about when we're posting or what we're posting. I struggled quite a bit, and I still struggle, just with envy on social media. I mean, people are posting all the best aspects of their lives. I know I try to post a lot of good things. I don't tend to post the bad things. And so it's so easy to say, oh, this person has all this. Let's compare that to my plain, simple, and boring life, and realize that I just don't have as much as I thought. I have felt bad about my looks, my car, my house, my life, just from comparing it to the richest and coolest people in all the most amazing parts of the world on their vacations. But I know that I have an incredible life, and I'm extremely blessed, extremely lucky. So why am I still feeling bad about myself? My big trigger was Instagram specifically. I wondered why every time I went on Instagram, suddenly I felt bad about myself. And so I was like, let me just delete it and see how I feel. I have Instagram now. I probably go on it about one time a month, and I honestly don't even miss it 1%. For you, it may be something different. Could be Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, whatever it is. If it's making you feel bad, really think about if it is worth having, what you're going to be missing out on if you delete it, and if the benefit is greater than the cost. The big dark danger of social media is the bullying that occurs. It's so easy to say whatever you feel, not worrying about offending anybody when you're in the safety of your home, behind your keyboard. Sometimes it's difficult to remember that everybody online is a person with their own story and their own feelings. And it's easy when you see other people kind of joining in on that mass attack or bully to just say, oh, that's fine, I'll just join in, everybody else is doing it. If you've ever been bullied online, then you know just how real and how hurtful it is. This is especially true a lot of times for younger females, and it's something that Arielle and I have already kind of talked about just to prepare for the future for our kids. You know, the world's going to look a lot different by the time that they have phones and are on that, but it's something to begin discussing now and definitely prepare for. There's a lot of data about the suicide rates. You've probably heard some of that. It's easy enough to look into that and see just how bad it can get. But it's just something to think about, having an honest, open conversation with your kids if you have kids, and just be prepared and know what they're doing online. Social media sites and apps are designed to keep you on as much as possible and as long as possible. So they figure out what you like, and they try to push more and more of that to you so that you stay on and you stay entertained and you stay interested. This can have a dangerous effect of creating an echo chamber in which you are only seeing what you want to see and what reinforces your beliefs, and everybody commenting on the posts are saying what you already believe. So you don't get any of the opposing viewpoints at all. It's too easy to just block out anything that challenges your beliefs or even just makes you uncomfortable. Remember back in the 2016 presidential election when all the people on the right were like, who the heck would ever vote for Hillary? All the people on the left were like, well, who the heck would ever vote for Trump? And there was this big divide where they hardly saw any one of the opposing viewpoints commenting. And so to them, it was just so bizarre that someone could fathom voting for the other candidate. And I do think that social media had a big role to play in that. So in this sense, social media is supposed to bring people together, but it definitely does a lot to divide a lot of people. And that is no surprise now. Anything that you see online, you'll know how divided everybody is.
Now, social media can be a good thing in some cases. For example, it can actually bring people together. They can support you because they either know what you're going through or are going through it at the same time too. For example, for me, with my diagnosis of EDS, I was able to join a couple Facebook groups, and there's so many people on there that just help and lift up each other when we're having a bad day or a bad pain day. And that's actually a really awesome thing to even just watch from the outside. Helping each other out is another great thing that social media can do. I know for me, I went on a Reddit page and found the chameleon forum when my chameleon was acting weird, and commented about, you know, his behaviors, and within a couple minutes someone commented and was like, hey, try this, try this, try this, and what they suggested actually helped in my chameleon's life and great right now. Like, they could have potentially actually just saved my animal's life. You can find many knowledgeable people about any situation really on Facebook, Reddit, or any other forum websites that you can find. The other great thing is that people who are shy can actually have a voice on social media. I know that Erik and I are both a little bit shy. Erik is definitely a little bit more shy than I am, but social media, I don't have to be shy. I can speak out more. I can voice my opinion. I can talk to other people without having that wall that frightens me about being super open to someone. I don't have eyes watching me, and I don't have to worry about being actually present with someone else. This definitely gives me comfort with things like my opinions or even posting my art stuff. I don't think I would have ever gotten the confidence to actually make all my art stuff to sell, and it's awesome because social media was able to give me that voice. I found others who did art similar to mine, and it made me feel so much more validated that this was a real thing that people enjoyed doing, and this could be a business.
Hopefully you got some good takeaways from today's video. We definitely encourage you to try to do some sort of social media fast, cleanse, whatever you want to call it. Just take a little bit of a break and test yourself, see how you feel. A lot of times you'll probably feel relieved. You'll probably have some more time to spend with your family doing actually productive things. And you know what? You might miss it and you might want to go back, and that's okay too. No matter what, you'll know that you are trying to do what's best for yourself. So that's all we have for today. This has been Erik and Arielle, where we're teaching you how to live a better life. We'll see you next Thursday.
See ya. Boom!
This person. I was happy till I met her.